I was the person who looks after the shoes. I had lots of billboards. We don't want our young writers. It was very hard for me to manage because I never give any opportunity to anyone. And whenever I find any boys, I make them run away. My motto of my life is that I want to help the mankind until my last breath. I don't think I can walk on a ramp. That's not me. I got an offer to work in the movie.
Oh, wow.
With Rajnikant. So God has given me different ways of moving around it's who you are. There was no spark for me, and there is no spark for me. I don't work on it. No, hold on. Let me stop you there.
So hello and welcome people, this is your anchor Anjane Esrai and you guys are watching the Filmycharcha podcast, and today we have a very special guest in our podcast room. We have Dr. Parin Somani, a very well-known philanthropist, a very well-known author for 23 books, a 3-time TEDx speaker, along with 2 times PhD doctorates and 6-time honorary doctorates, also founder and chairwoman for LOSD, London Organization of Skill Development. Oh my god, that's so many of achievements, and that's the reason we are having Doctor in the podcast room. So we'll ask to Doctor only, like, from where did it all started? Media, art, literature, and many social work. How did you carry these all many things, and how did it all came in your mind? Like it was pre-planned, or you were aiming for all these things? How did it started, Doctor?
First of all, namaste to you. Thank you so much for having me in a Filmycharcha. It's my privilege and my pleasure to be part of this Filmycharcha podcast. Where I started when I was a young girl. From the age of 10, I was always having a thing about me that I want to serve the society. I want to do something for the community. I want to do something for the people who are around me. And I was a girl's guide, a girl who wants to do community work. I do remember in my young days, I used to take care of the shoes when people go to the mandir, people go to the mosque, we used to go to Jamaat Khana. And when people go there for the prayers, somebody has to take care of the shoes, otherwise it will be taken away. So I was the person who looks after the shoes. That was something I enjoy doing it. When it's very hot weather, to give them a glass of water, I used to run and give them a water, like, pani girl, whatever. So from that time, I always have a thing that I wanted to do something and I wanted to help the society. So my starting went from there. And then when I grew up and I was a TV presenter in Ahmedabad Doordarshan and All India Radio in Akashvani. That was my starting thing when I started doing all this thing in media. I had lots of billboards in Ahmedabad. I'm originally born in Mumbai, in Maharashtra, from a beautiful state where all the saints and gurus are coming from. It's a beautiful place where I can say that this Maharashtra has got loads of sadhus and bhagavats and got up too many things. And to be privileged to be born here, I feel proud of it. I'm very proud to be considered as being in a state of Maharashtra. And I'm glad that my interview is taken in Maharashtra too, in Mumbai. So that even gives me more privilege to connect with my past memories and bring it together here.
Because when mud comes in memory, then it becomes more stronger.
Absolutely right. And then my childhood was spent in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad, where I finished my graduation, my studies. And then when I'm talking about my growing age of coming as a writer and being a radio presenter in Akashvani and in television in Doordarshan. So the popularity was going on. At the same time, in Jamalpur, there's a place called King Studio where they used to put a lot of billboards, and a lot of streets of Ahmedabad used to have my billboards in those days. My journey was started from there. And then things were moving on.
Like as you said in middle, about you, it was a kind of a motherly nature somewhere.
Something was hidden away.
Also, there was a very generous approach toward the society.
Yes.
Like, I just wanted to know what inspired you for coming on that tangent of the life, because barely very rare people focus on that aspect, because in such a rush going life everyone is focusing over achieving more and more things and growing more and more. But still coming on that tangent and helping the society? What inspired you?
I think because my family, I was surrounded with my family who always have been doing the community work. My dadima, my nanima, they were always inside in this thing that they wanted to serve the community. My dad, my parents, they were so much into the community work. So from the young age, I was nurtured in the environment like that. And when you are surrounded by that sort of environment, then definitely you are one of them. I never realized that, but that was instilling me, put it down that way. And I do remember about the literature when you asked me earlier that at the age of 19, I have written 11 books. And at the age of 20, 11 books were published. And I'm sure you will know the Kothari publication is a very renowned publisher in Ahmedabad. And that was the time he published it without any charging me. In fact, I was a young girl, so initially always they decide, okay, we don't want our young writers, we want them to pay for the book. But initially he had an intention of charging me. But I told my Guruji, who was supporting me as a writer, I told him, I don't want anything from my parents to pay for my writing. I want to be on my own. If he wants to publish my book, he has to publish it without charge. And if he doesn't believe in me, if he doesn't trust in me, he shouldn't publish it. Then he tried with one book, and then it went like a very good cycle.
And after, you just keep on going.
11 books he published. He said, "अभी तो मैं आपको royalty भी दूंगा because मुझे लगता है आपका book बहुत जा रहा है." He wanted to give me the royalty. In fact, he did not want to publish it free. And in fact, then he started paying me the royalty. So that was the time.
And see, those all small efforts are somewhere now have become powerhouse for the society. Like the way it started with 11 books, now it has become 23 books. And a lot many more achievements have came across the way in your journey through your career.
Yeah.
How did you moved on that way along with serving the society at the same time? Because see, there are a lot many academic students in the entire globe, and each and every student will relate with this, how much tough it becomes along with the academics to do something with the society. How did you manage all these things?
It was very hard for me. It was very hard for me to manage because from the time I used to do all the community work, but then as I was growing up,
media was also a part.
Media was a part of my life, and I loved it because I think so. My life started by becoming a writer initially,
Wow.
And then All India Radio came and approached me in Akashvani, and on a regular programs I used to go. And then Doordarshan found me somewhere and they said, we would like to invite you to one of our events. And that went on. And then I started officially jobs and things. So I think so it was quite challenging because when I was as a uni girl, you know how hard it is. You have a lot of stress and a lot of things happening. At the same time, you have a pressure from the family, pressure from the society.
Yeah, I was coming on this point. Like, how was your personal experience was going on that time? Because
it was tough. It was very tough because you can imagine a girl going to the uni and having the bull boats on the whole street of Ahmedabad. The boys will get lattu. The boys will run after you. So it was hard for me. And plus, I was a person that I never give any opportunity to anyone. I was not into going and doing all this dating. No, I don't believe in dating, and I never fell in love with anyone until I got married to my husband. Even after 6 months of my marriage, then I fell in love with him because that was not instilled in me that to go with the boys and do things. No, I always wanted to do something for the society. I always wanted to do something for my own career. I wanted to do something that is always in me, but I never realized myself. I never identified who am I. It only came up when I was triggered with my health issues later on in the years. And that has given me some like a punching.
Like this part of journey a lot much justified that fact. Whenever a person starts something serving to society, then he or she gets cut off from this family or personal things because there's all social life. There's no personal life.
True. I agree with that. Yeah. So it was a long bending society and a long bending wind about it, that how things can move from one end to other end.
So what was the most challenging part in all those hustle and bustle?
In my young days,
Yeah, like initially when you were achieving your steps, as well as your even you were working with the media at the same time in your art also.
yes, I think the main part what I was struggling with, that my parents were very concerned about me, that it will be hard for us to find a boy for her to get married, because she's going out of her hands. She's going in this program and she's going in those days. I'm going back in 90s. So in those days, and especially in Gujarat, things were not
The
that
times
easy.
not that easy.
People did not believe in me. Society were thinking that this tell my dad, if we don't get her married, she will run away with the boys. But my parents knew that I'm not one of those person who talks and who think about all these things.
Sure.
But the society was surrounded in a way that my parents got worried too at some point. They were concerned that they said, now the time has come now. You finished your graduation. Now we have to find your boy. And whenever I find any boys, I make them run away. I don't run away, but I make them run away because I give the good excuses that I'm not ready to get married because I got a lot of other things to do, because I was working for the Aga Khan community. So we had a lot of different boards, like social welfare board, education board, religious education board. So where I used to go and travel in small parts of villages like Gujarat, like Bhuj, Sinogra, Nagalpur, like small town. I used to travel and I used to help the people in the education, women empowerment from the young age.
Wow.
I never realized
Commendable.
something I wanted to give back to the society from that time. So that was more challenging for me, that I wanted to do, but then the stops were happening, and I was a sporty girl, and I was a kabaddi player and a kho player. I need to tell you that I really was a winner at the national level in kabaddi and kho, and my parents would not let me go ahead than the Gujarat because they said no.
Okay, so it's something new for the viewers. It's not only about the academics. Doctor is also aged in sports as well.
Yeah, I was very good with especially I was the fastest runner in the relay. And my parents were scared that, oh my God, now if she goes out of their hands and then she goes to the national, and my competition was happening in Delhi. And my dad said, no, you don't go after that. You become the winner in our local Gujarat, but not after Gujarat, not going any far away. Because of fear of the society, people around them.
One thing I'm very much curious to know about, Doctor, like I just felt after your words, what is the reaction right now, the people who were questioning that time while in your struggle days, in your initial days, who were questioning you, and at present time, when they see you having all these achievements, having getting featured each and every places, on billboards, on newspapers, on online digital platforms, what are their reaction right now?
Let me tell you a little story. When I was younger, I was the fastest cyclist. Okay. And we used to have a competition in every year in the sports festival. I used to fill up a form, I go in the competition, and I become the winner. So I remember the person who was always competing with me. There was a girl, her name is Binal, and we used to always compete together. And then when she reached her certain age, then she can't be the part of the competition. Then I was the part of the competition and I was winning. So I remember her father used to say that, Parin, I never saw you. I couldn't believe what you were before and what you are right now. So when you ask me, how does the people react? Yes, it was just one example. There are many people I have noticed and I've seen with myself. And when I speak to them, they said, Parin, we never thought and we never believed what you were. But from the young age, we knew how you've grown from the young Pari to the grown-up Parin, in that way. And my name is Parin. So I'm sure Parin means the
Angel.
Angel, yeah, angel. So I was always there to fly in different parts of the world, different parts of the states.
And still the sky is open.
Yeah, I traveled 127 countries around the world. So the reason for my to fly is not just that I wanted to go on a holiday. It was nothing like that. The places I was invited to go, the places where people called me, like I was just in Hong Kong last week. I've been to the Hong Kong couple of times, but this time when I went to Hong Kong, it was not just I wanted to go. I was there because I was getting the award as the Woman of the Year 2025. That is a big award ceremony, and they officially invited me, and they said, "You are one of the person. We would like you to be part of our organization." And just so it's not that I travel so many countries just for myself. No, I traveled for the community because there are a lot of challenges where I was hicked up by my personal.
And also, it's like you are a director in London Organization of Skill Development. So, of course, there would be a foreign touch in that. And as you said, I was moving ahead towards it, but as you included in it, there are a lot many more pan globe, like we call it pan India. You have achievements pan globe, like getting in TEDx, getting your documentary done, your biography done, which is a very big thing, and 23 published books available globally, 8 doctorates, numerous of things, and such a like diverse name on a global platform. How does you feel this all recognition when it's come to you?
I'm very humble. I'm very kind. I always say I came with nothing. When I was born, I did not have anything. But when I'm going to leave this world, I'm sure something I would have left, some footprints, my legacy behind it. Well, people will be inspired and people will know what I have done for the society. I don't want anything. There's nothing for me to say that I have done. It's just all done by Supreme who allows you and gives you the opportunity.
Still, you are the jack of all trades. Like you have tried and tested each and everything and aced in it. And also, till the time, how much work you have done. When it comes about recognition, when people ask you for your opinion and you speak on very global platforms, what's your recommendation from your end to the people of eternity?
I would only say that remember, you have to be very authentic and honest yourself. Don't lie and don't cheat. Be the person who you are. You don't want to say something and do something. And whatever you do, whatever you want to do for the society or for yourself or for the family, first of all, you action yourself. You need to believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, the people will believe in you.
And till the time you have having so many of experience, still what are new things what you are still that are in your checklist to explore?
Right.
Like any new hobbies or you any something new you're working on it?
Interesting. I wanted a golf and I become a golf champion even in a course.
Oh wow!
So I'm a gold medalist for the for the golf as well. That's something I really was interested in that thing. What I would love to do, my motto of my life is that I want to help the mankind until my last breath. And I always have something that we all have to go one day, but we wanted to go with respect and we wanted to leave something for our children, for the future generation to remember for years and years and years. And that is something, by working together, we can make a positive global change. So the two mottos I hold on tight. And that holding.
What are those?
The first is by I want to help the mankind until my last breath. That's my first motto. So when you ask, so that's what something inspired me to work more and more. But at the same time, I want people like you. I want people like all these people who can support my work.
Sweet.
And bring me together. And that is what, by working together, we can make a global, a positive platform for others.
So as on the one hand side, where we have a lot many achievements in media, art and culture, while on the other hand side, you have been also associated with a lot many beauty pageants, a lot many titles as beauty with brains, we can call right now. And there are so many of achievements that you are only the best person to elaborate and tell us about all of them to our audience who are really very much curious about the facts about the beauty pageant which you were crowned back in 2021 and a lot many times nationally and internationally. Please, doctor, we want to need to know from your end, what's the story?
So my story started that I was invited by the Filmora production in Mumbai, and they asked me to be the part of a beauty pageant of Mrs. Queen of India 2021.
That was the first.
That was the first one. Okay. When they asked me, I started laughing. I said, Jinek, Parin can walk and talk, but Parin cannot be the part of the beauty pageant. I'm a writer. I've authored the books. I've become a speaker. I'm a public figure, but I don't think I can walk on a ramp. That's not me. And I was being challenged. And when somebody challenges Parin doesn't take that. She will go beyond the limit and make sure she does it.
Here we are talking.
So, so this is something always in me. I want to do something. And I said, you know what? I would love to do it. But at the same time, I was not very keen on it. But then my daughters, my 3 daughters were my backbone. They pushed it to mommy. And especially my younger one was with me at that time. And Farin really said, Mommy, you can do it. I said, Farin, I'm not pretty sure. She said, Mom, nothing's stopping you. What's wrong with you? I'm sure you can do it. And I went for it. And when I went, honestly, I did not win. I was a runner-up. So that even given me more anxiety.
Like you have to bounce back at the moment.
Parin cannot be the runner-up. She has to win. I was looking for the opportunity. I was waiting that something is going to happen.
But from the moment like you were conscious about walking and from there ending up as a runner-up, itself it's a big thing, even not belonging with the background.
Yes. And we don't have any background in that. But in short, if I would be winner, I don't think so I would have gone anything more than that. But because I did not become the winner, I was a runner-up, second runner-up.
Fantastic.
So that has given me some inspiration. Do you know what? I'm sure I can do it. My daughters are right. I can do it. And then opportunity came up for the Mrs. India 2021, and that was by the Beauty and the Best magazine. And they said, Dr. Somani, I'd really like you to be part of it. I said, Dekho, I would love to be part of it, but I did not win. So first of all, I need to know how to walk. I don't know how to walk properly.
You learned?
Of course I learned. And she said, that's not an issue. But the way it started, she knew that I may not say yes to her. So she said, do you know what? We would like you to be part of encouraging the women to come for the competition for Mrs. category. Because we always have too much of the Miss category, but Mrs. not many people are taking. And we want to bring the ladies, the married women from the villages. Like Jharkhand and Bhopal and
North India, Bihar and a lot of states which are not so many.
No, they are not.
Came for front forward.
They are very much undercover, and they're so beautiful. They're so lovely. They're so charismatic. They know so much, but because
so at the time when you were doing with all those beauty pageants, at that time also you were serving to the society while doing women empowerment.
Yeah, exactly.
That
was something which I always wanted. So I said, initially she started with me with that. Because when I said I did not win, so I'm not very keen. Inside my heart, I wanted to do. But outside, I could not say to anyone, I want to do it. This is my inner story I'm telling you. And she said, you know what? Don't worry. Just come and encourage the others to come in. And when I started encouraging others, honestly telling you, we had a huge amount of the people who really wanted to be part of this mega event of Mrs. India. And then she said, I think, after people have heard you as a motivational speaker, because I was talking in a motivational speaking, so they can be encouraged to be part of this thing. And a kick up came that, do you know what, Parin? I think the time has come that even the girls, the participants, want you to be part of it.
Mm.
As I said, I would love to be, but I'm also having a fear that I don't know how to walk. So you need to show me how to walk. And she said, we would sort it out. That's not a problem. What else do you want to know? I said, that's my weak point. To be on a stage, I don't have any problem. I can do any speeches. Whatever you want, I can talk. This is my talent.
And then another one you won.
Yeah. And then I went for this Mrs. India, and then happened to be
In
that
2021.
in 2021. Yeah. And then Aditi Govatri was one of my
Who crowned you?
Crowned me. And at the same time, there are few directors were from the South. After winning Mrs. India, I got an offer to work in the movie
Oh wow.
with Rajnikant. And honestly telling you, I never watched Rajnikant's movie. I know he's a big star. But for me, I don't have time. I don't have enough time to watch any movie or sit and relax. I work 24/7. I only sleep for 2 hours or 3 hours, and I continuously work. Now I know I'm slowing down because I think I'm aging or putting down that way.
It seems you're getting younger day by day with the level of achievements.
No, but I feel myself that now with my age, I'm feeling that I wanted to, but I'm not able to achieve what I want to achieve. I'm trying my best. And then at the same time, when I told the director that I don't want to be the part of the movie, he said, people go crazy to work with the actors like that. And you said,
He has a massive fan following in South.
yeah, and I said, I got my winner too, and second winner or third winner. And he said, no, I think we are looking for a person who has got a fit of the physics, fit what we are looking, and that is the right character. I said, I would love it, but this is not me, because if I'm going to be part of the movie, what I'm going to be like Katrina and Karina, going myself and doing how I look, what I do. I just keep on looking about myself, but I don't know. I want to do for the society. I want to walk on the path of Mother Teresa.
As I said, beauty with brains.
Yeah, but
where the brain comes and work.
At the same time, I wanted to do something where I can help others.
True.
Through my channeling of different routes. So God has given me different ways of moving around to be the part of the society.
And that's worked for you very
and helped. So that was my first winning. Second winning, after I won that, I was being told that if you won Mrs. India, the prize was that I can go to London and be the part of Mrs. Brit Asian 2021. And happened to be, I become a winner there.
Again.
There in London, in UK. And then I was become a winner of Mrs. Universe International in India again. And then I was being sent for Mrs. Enigma World in Thailand.
Oh, wow.
And I became the winner there for Mrs. World, Enigma World. And my designer was from Mumbai.
All right.
Kiana Wardrobes. She sponsored me. They were people, I did not have to do anything. People literally sponsoring from one end to other and taking care of me. Everything was working the way it was planned up, which I was not aware of it. And the last one was Mrs. Universe, and that happened in Delhi. And I was, and that happened because of my humanitarian work. I was crowned not because of the competition for Mrs. Universe, because
you've helped a lot many people in their development, their growth. Yeah,
and then I was crowned by Mahak Chal. Oh. So I have got the awards by Govinda, Arbaz Khan, Hema Malini,
wow,
Malaika Arora, Gulshan Goer. So many people have come in my life as a Bollywood stars who have honored me, and I've been worked and I've been.
It's completely because of your work. There's something special of them awarding you, because your works have been so much significant that will come in anyone's eye very easily, and if they are not gonna recognize it, then it's their bad.
Thank you. I know. But the thing is that it's not that people have to recognize you. It's who you are. You don't need people to validate you. Always remember.
Somewhere around the intent also matters in the work, in your each and every work. Like from the time I have been listening to you, from the time I have been working on your profile, how much the information I have gathered, or with all those informations, what I have figured out in each and every aspect of your life, you have always been very much lenient toward the society. You have very much lenient toward your social welfare works. So that has somewhere around helped you back and pushed you more forward to gain and achieve more and more in your life. And like your beauty pageants thing, your journey in media, art and entertainment, back in your social work, and from the time when you were a kid and you were helping out in mandir and gurdwara with pani, well, I think what you said in your first answer.
True.
Getting out from there till the time of getting all these achievements of beauty pageants and a lot many achievements what we have, and you are being honored with all of them. And also there's one more thing about your documentary, which has been a very special part. It has been reached through the different part of the globe, making name and fame all around about your biography, your social deeds, your helping nature toward the society, in the welfare of the society, and the way it has come out, like the recognition it will be getting in upcoming time in Dubai 2025. So what you have to say, how did you plan about it? And also we'll request after this answer, we'll playing the same clip about the documentary, because our audience is also very much curious about the documentary, and also we have shared a bit of the glimpse in the edits.
But with that turning point, what I did, I set my 2 goals in my life. I want to help mankind and humanity until my last breath.
So please, ma'am, we would like to know from your end what's the entire story.
The story, I did not plan at all. I never planned for anything. This is a true thing. It happens. I never dreamt about it that I'm going to go in a film festival internationally on that level of the platform. I never felt. And I see people going to all the film festival and winning, but that never have there was no spark for me, and there is no spark for me. I don't work on it. Happened to be that the competition came by the Global Encounter from the film festival, and we were abroad. So my daughter was with me, and she said, "Mom, this is a good opportunity. You do a lot of work. We should do it." I said, "I don't think so. I'm going to be winner because I don't want to be part of it. When I don't win, I don't like to be part of it because there's always a fear in me. Number FOMO, that if I go somewhere, I have to be number one. Otherwise, there's no point for me to go." So I thought, I don't think that can serve my purpose, and there can serve. But she said, "Mom, there's nothing harm in trying. Let's send it." And after I sent it, they loved it.
But it's still a very big thing in spite of having so much of competition and still making till that point. Yeah. It's really a very big thing, and like hats off.
No, thank you. And this competition was for the 11 countries of Europe and United Kingdom. So 12 countries. This was only for the United Kingdom part, and 11 different European countries. Yeah. So 12 countries. Out of 12 countries, I was one of the winner of 90-second reel. Whole story was been conveyed to the community.
I mean, so much content worthy. It's very content worthy. Like till the time how much I have seen in the entire documentary, each and every aspect, each and every frame have been placed very perfectly. Like it directly convey the message to the audience, and I'll request to my audience also to please watch. We'll play in very short time after the edits.
Yes. So there were like 8 people got the winner. I think so. 8 people were the winner on the category of the film festival.
In which 2 places were occupied by your family?
Sorry, which?
One you won,
Yeah.
and one by your daughter.
Yeah, my daughter. I'm going to bring her in a minute. So there are different categories. One was a category of the virtual reality. Another category was the 5 seconds, 90 seconds, which I was the winner. Then there was a 5 minutes. Then there was a 20 minutes. So different categories. So happened to be that my category, what my daughter chose for me. I did not choose, by the way. I'll be very honest. And my movie was not created by me. It was created by my student who made me a role model in her university for her to pass her exams. So she made a documentary for her exams in the college. And she said, Dr. Somani, is there any way I can make a document? There's a story behind it. So she was making a documentary on my end. And she said, I need you to take interviews just to make sure that I have all the right information. And after that, she made a 20 minutes movie for me. And said, wow, this is beautiful. And then my daughter said, she's already made it. Your student has already made it. Why don't you ask her to make for 90 seconds? So she combined 20 minutes into the 90 seconds.
And how beautifully it has been
conveyed.
Produced.
It was beautifully done. And it blew my mind off, honestly. It was beautifully the way.
The same was my reaction the moment I watched it.
Yeah, it was really, really nicely done. And then my daughter was the part of the virtual reality. And I would love to, I happen to be the mother and daughter, we both were on
Even
different categories.
we would love that. Even we would love that, because everyone wants to know that aspect, because in some time, in very short time, everything is gonna come on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And before coming on red carpet, it's very much important to come in the newsroom.
No, hold on. Let me stop you there. It has already been rolled out on the red carpet in 24 countries.
But
Already-
for Dubai,
No, before. So Dubai, okay, last month there was happened in UK. So we had been rolled out in 24 places.
Oh.
So Europe has been covered, UK has been covered, and now next month is coming up in Dubai.
in Dubai.
So Dubai is from 20th of July till 27th of July for
It was
7 days.
played over there.
Yeah, and we are expecting around 30 to 35,000 people
That's a
will
very
be
good
watching the
exposure.
movie, and at the same time, the countries will be around 25 countries, I think, so will be covered up.
So the more
So
exposure.
yeah, so in this one, I was the winner on the 90-second documentary on the reel, and my daughter Parin Somani, she became the winner of virtual reality. Both are different categories, and I would love to welcome her if you are okay with that. Can I bring her in?
Even we are aviating to get in the frame
Fair.
altogether.
Yeah, so Nirvana.
Finally, we have both the winners at the same time,
Thank you.
and at that vast category of competition, where getting on the platform is very tough. And right now, having both of you in front of me is a very big thing for me. Even I just want to hear it from your side. How was the making? How was the content? And how was the achievement of getting rewards of the content?
I think Nirvana can stop.
Yeah, please, Nirvana.
But
Sure. So this was actually my first attempt at creating a virtual reality film. So I'm actually a PhD student in music and mental health. So naturally, when the opportunity came up to submit a film, I thought, okay, I work with music on a daily basis, working with music and healing sounds, and visual waves has always been something quite fascinating to me. So what I did was I incorporated healing, relaxing music, and I embedded a particular frequency, which is 7.83 hertz. So 7.83 hertz is actually known as Schumann's resonance. So that particular frequency is the frequency our planet actually emits. So the idea of using that frequency with healing music was to awaken our connection with the planet, to promote grounding, emotional healing. And at the same time, there was visual waves. So the purpose behind having waves and rather than having an actual storyline was to invite viewers of the film to be their own storyteller, to use their imagination to feel what they need to feel. What does beauty of the planet feel like? What does man-made destruction feel like? And then what does regeneration feel like to them? Because it was all about creating a better place for the world, for our planet. So that was why I did what I did. And it was a tough journey. I pretty much used YouTube tutorials and then just learning on the job. And at the end of the journey, it actually became quite therapeutic that I actually just do it for fun now. It's actually become a hobby to make short films using different plugins on Apple Final Cut Pro. So it's my little...
And that's worked for you, like
Simple.
going in so much of detailing and with the VR content, like nowadays how much it's working, and but for that specific platform and kind of a response you're getting, that's really commendable. Because the reviews what I have read out of it, it's really working with people. People are saying like they are getting proper healing session while having the content, while consuming the content.
True. And this is going to be on a virtual reality in Dubai, and there everybody will be having a 3D.
Yeah.
I want to talk about
I wanted to do something different, think outside of the box, not do what everybody else does. So I
You
thought,
make-
okay. Yeah, so I did it. I format in a way. So actually, you need Oculus VR headset to actually experience the film. So it's a very short. It's about a 90-second film where you just put the glasses on and you just let your imagination unleash and create your own story about how it makes them feel. There is no. I'm not trying to elicit any specific emotions. It's about how do you feel.
To have some deep thought time, a me time kind of time while having the content consumption.
yes.
That's exactly what I was going for.
No, I completely understand the fact.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for the opportunity that I've been selected to represent Team UK at the Global Film Festival in Dubai, and I'm excited for people to come and
Congratulations.
watch it. So.
Congratulations. And I hope that it reached to maximum audience and more people get healed out of it. And now coming back to you, your masterpiece, which is getting so much appreciation all the globe around and still in the queue to get more and more.
God, thank you so much. Yeah, it was a good opportunity that Global Encounter has given it to us from the TUK as a winner. It was a proud moment to celebrate, but I will not forget my daughters. Nirbano has supported me throughout this movie, I have to say. My other daughters have also supported me, but I think so. She was the main backbone because at that time I was traveling with her for my business trip. And she said, I don't think, Mom, anything is stopping you by not confirming. I made everything ready. The girl who was helping, my student was helping me out to make the movie for her assignment for the college, for her media classes. So she said, there's nothing now. She's already has combined in 90 seconds. Let's send it. And then that is the way my movie was set, and happened to be that I was a winner. So, and in this movie, what I have done from the start, what I wanted to do and what I want to end up like in 90 seconds, whole life story has been expanded. And I'm taken with 2 motives of my life. As I mentioned you earlier, that I want to help the mankind until my life.
And that has been very clearly presented in the entire movie. Okay, lastly, we'll come with, like, we have such great innovative creators of content along with us. So what would be message to all our audience, all our entertainment aspirants who are working to get on the peak of the entertainment industry and the fraternity? What is the message from you both? Like, that would be a very interesting piece of information for all of them. Please, Nurbana.
Never give up. Keep going. Keep trying. Every challenge you have is just a wake-up call to work harder and keep going.
And I would say, be honest, be ethical, do not cheat anyone, and be a part of the wider society. Build the bridges between the communities, between the people around you, and build the relation around the world.
So that was really very much informative session for all of us. And I guess the viewers are going to really love this entire podcast. That was a really pleasure of mine, man, to having you both on the other hand side. Listening you all was a very pleasure experience for me. And so this was a wrap. I hope you liked the podcast. And thank you so much for being with us. This was a wrap, and this is your anchor Anjaney S. Rai, and you guys were watching the Filmy Charcha podcast. Thank you. Signing off.